Good afternoon, everybody. Car Biker here. Just heading into Hull for no particular reason whatsoever, really. I'm trying to sort out my riding position. Riding position is one of the really tricky things to deal with, I think. And I've tried a couple of sporty-ish bikes out. Thank you to the two chaps who've been insane enough to let me have a try on the bikes. That's Danny G 1980 and his Triumph TT, and Tosh 23 and his utterly insane Super Blackbird. And both times afterwards I've thought, I like it. I think both of those bikes are brilliant. But I've been concerned about the riding position, because it's the, at mine I've got these kind of upright bars, and I kind of sit quite upright with my arms not straight but not particularly bent either. And when I've been on those other two bikes, on Danny's it was quite a short ride just out of Squires up the road and back, and I was thinking my back ain't going to cope with a bike like this. On Tosh's I was on it for quite a bit longer, and so I think we swapped bikes around about Scarborough and I rode home, so I don't know, maybe 30 miles or so, maybe even a little bit more than that. The time flew because it was so much fun and because the bike was so quick. Yeah, I thought, I don't think my back will cope with this. And on Danny's particular, which is a smaller bike, I don't think my knees will be able to cope with this. My left knee in particular, I damaged it practicing karate when I was quite young, probably about 11 or 12 years old, and tore the cartilage. And then from then on, seems every couple of years I'll be doing some sport or other and I'd damage it further, until finally I was playing badminton of all things, and a sudden change of direction, my leg just bent backwards instead of forwards at the knee and snapped my cruciate ligament off the bone. Unfortunately so close to the bone that they couldn't repair it, so I had that removed, and since then, having my knee in a tightly bent position for a long time means that it's incredibly painful, and it can actually lock, which wouldn't be good when coming to a stop and finding out you couldn't be putting your left foot down. On Tosh's, not really the foot problem. Well done on the yellow box junction there, sir. Not really the foot problem, but more the back problem of getting an achy back when I'm on a bike for a long time, which I don't get on mine. Anyway, I've rambled a bit there, didn't I? Get back to the point, Richard, which was trying to change my riding position, because I think it's not the bike's fault. It's my fault that I ride too upright and with my arms a little bit too straight, and I'm also finding I'm holding myself up on the bars, so I'm actually leaning on the bars, which I believe is wrong. I've been rewatching A Twist of the Wrist 2, where they were talking about it, and reading quite a lot of stuff on, I think it was on MCN and various other stuff. Some things written by, is it Neil Mackenzie? And I wonder if really the problem is me, sitting too upright. So I'm trying desperately to lean forwards a bit more, build up the back muscles a bit for holding me up, so that I'm not leaning on the bars at all. But it's difficult, isn't it? As soon as you start concentrating on the road, you forget what you're actually trying to practice, I think. So I'm getting into this kind of position, so my arms are low down, bit of Skeggy Cruiser style chicken flapping there. If you haven't seen that video, you'll be confused. He's talking about loosening up your arms for bends by giving them a bit of a chicken wing flap. So trying to get kind of further forwards, hold myself up though by gripping on with my legs and holding my back up, and having hopefully zero pressure on the bars. but I keep finding myself leaning on them again. And not only is that not going to help me for comfort if I do switch to a sports bike in the future, but it also stops you steering. So if I'm leaning on it, now I'm trying to wobble it, you know, I can steer, but compared to not leaning on it, it's so much easier if there's no leaning on the bars to just steer, and the old counter steering business. So, oh well, just got to keep practicing, I suppose. I suppose the point of this video, really, bike with 2 flat tyres, is to ask you if you've got any tips for that kind of thing. Any hints and tips for how I can get out of this habit, other than just practice and force myself to do it. Please let me know in the comments. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Ride safe. Sorry if that was rambling a bit, because I hadn't actually practiced it. Not practiced, the wrong word, but I hadn't actually thought about it before, and it was just one that came to mind as I was riding. So thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.